What's up guys, my name is Nathan. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to get notified when I make a new video. Now, last video I made something, it was a little bit different, where I talked kind of honestly about being demotivated to do something, and I'm going to kind of do the same thing but in a different sense. Previous videos I would give you helpful tips on just life and how to be more productive and better habits in that sense. So today I want to share an experience that happened to me just recently. It may not seem like a big deal, but it made me down for pretty much the rest of the day. Just remember that everybody's going through their own battles and own struggles, and I don't mean to say this is a lot worse than some of your experiences or what you guys are going through, because I have no idea what you guys are going through. Everybody has their own struggles, but I only mean to share this so that if you are going through a difficult situation, you can use these tips to help you get through it and to overcome these situations. Recently, I had a fallout with an old friend, and this interaction ended with us both parting ways, and unfortunately it is likely that we will never speak to each other again. And you know, this kind of sucks because even though we haven't been close for a long time, when we were close back a few years ago, it was a lot of fun and I enjoyed our experiences together. For the past few years we've been distant and our interaction has become less and less, and from this we have grown apart. And up until just recently, I thought that we were still going to remain friends, or I was still hoping that, or clinging on to that hope that we could become close again. And I think for the longest time, I couldn't get past, I didn't want to let this person go. I thought there was still hope that we may still socialize or may still be friends or even meet up in the future. This person lives pretty much across the country, so it's very unlikely that we are going to see each other again. So interacting online is difficult and honestly it's probably meaningless, but I just couldn't really let that go. And from our interaction yesterday, that's probably not going to be a problem anymore because we probably won't interact ever again. But it got me thinking about letting things go from the past that aren't really helping you and are hindering your progress and your development to being a better person. So whether those are relationships, experiences that you've had, could be bad or good, because the relationship that I had with this person was good and I was kind of holding on to that feeling and how that relationship was, hoping that it would happen again when it probably wouldn't. And that was kind of hindering me from developing and growing. So whatever a past experience or relationship you had, if you can't let it go, my advice to you is just cut that person out, or try to cut that experience out. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to do that, or it's actually going to be really difficult to do this in some cases because it's difficult for us to let things go. The best thing that I can think of is to tell somebody about it, write it down. That's what I like to do whenever I'm rattled, or even when something's good happening to me. I really like to write it down just so that I can clear my head of this thought, so that I can focus on the task at hand and not be constantly going back to that, where my mind is continuously in a loop, coming back to that item when I know I should be focusing on something else. Talking to somebody or writing it down can be used in so many different areas. When you're going through a bad day, if you got yelled at by the boss, whatever it is, big or small, this can be used. Another thing that I did yesterday is I went for a walk. I took my dog and I walked around the block because I just wanted to clear my head and kind of get some fresh air. And I find that fresh air really helps to get your mind at ease, just by breathing in that fresh, crisp air, because I mean, we're in Canada and it's cold this time of year. That helps me kind of to relax and to kind of declutter and to really focus on what I should be focusing on. This experience made me really ponder if there was anything else in my past that I need to be letting go, whether that is a relationship, an experience. And this is something that you guys should do too. Is there anything in your life that is hindering your development and your progression as a person and not allowing you, or hindering your development towards the goals that you're trying to reach? If there is, these exercises are some of the things you should do. So what were they? They were talking to somebody about it. Talk to somebody that you trust, whether that's a family member or a close friend. Write it down. If you don't have anybody to talk to, or you feel uncomfortable talking to somebody, write it down. Journaling is something that I've really taken a liking to, and I do it pretty much every day. I write in my journal, it's right here, whatever I'm thinking. If I'm going through something good, something bad, or I see something that I like, or that's strange or something, or that I want to remember, I'll write it down. Your journal is the best place to declutter your mind because you can always look back on what you wrote down. And then lastly, I like to go for a walk. walking helps to get out in the open, get some fresh air, and helps you really look at things from a new perspective just by being out in the open. So this is kind of a different video, a little bit more personal on my part. So if you enjoyed these types of videos, comment down below and like the video. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, I already said that, and subscribe to my videos. Thanks, guys.